Holi! I'm Esme, and one of my New Year's goals is to, one, create more content, and two, stop the overconsumption of makeup. So I really want to focus on using up the makeup items that I already own and using them up to the last drop, because I really have been liking my makeup routine. So why fix what's not broken? And why spend so much money? Because we are in our money saving era, girlies. And if you are too, I think this video will be really helpful for you to watch. So grab your tea, grab your cafecito. I have both because I couldn't decide. We live in luxury. Okay, so to start off, I already put on my moisturizer. I use the La Roche-Posay SPF like daily moisturizer. I love it. I feel like less is better when it comes to skincare. Like I'm really grateful that I haven't broken out in a really long time, and I think it's really because I just use very simple things on my skin. So if you're like struggling with active breakouts, I highly recommend to just stick to one thing. Stop buying everything that everyone is telling you to buy. I'm using the Ilia base face milk. Love Ilia, very clean, very natural, and this just helps like give another layer of moisturizer to get my skin really nice and dewy. And I also feel like it has some sort of a grip. Just to add more grip, I'm gonna use my trusty old e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I use this as a primer. I feel like it works. One thing about me, you guys, I love a dewy moisturized look. I think it's because I have some sort of dry skin that I just love looking dewy. Well, first of all, I'm 26 and like that's considered mid-20s, which is kind of intense, but you know, I am focusing more on like aging and all that good stuff. And I feel like just dewiness just makes you look younger, and I love it. So I love using the Lumi Glotion as another barrier, as a first layer for my makeup. This one is in the shade Medium Glow. I love using this just like on the high points of my face, my cheekies, my nose. Right here, I dab a little bit on my forehead. And you guys, this just gives like the most beautiful glow. I also like putting some on my collarbone just to like make it look like I'm glowing from within, you know? When people tell me you're glowing, it's because of her. Up next, the foundation that I'm currently obsessed with, and I think I will be for the longest, Haus Labs one. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so obsessed. Like, this one was actually worth it. I bought it obviously in 2024, and I love the way it looks. Again, I love that like dewy look, so this one really just does that for me with good coverage. I am in the shade 175 Light Nude. I like to like pump it on my hand, use my handy dandy Real Techniques expert face brush, dab dab dab, and then go right in and work in sections. I feel like it has that your skin but better finish, and I just love it, you guys. I'll probably repurchase this one once I am on my empty, unless I like, you know, come across something else that maybe works better or that calls my attention. But obviously for now I still have plenty. All right, like that is one pump, one layer, and quite frankly I think that's all I'm gonna do, just because thank God I'm not like actively breaking out, and I feel like my skin doesn't need anything else. I have been loving for the longest now is this Lancome Tinted Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. It's in the shade 2. I actually got this from my mom a while ago, but I have loved it personally because the coverage is amazing, but it's also still dewy and beautiful. And mind you, you guys, this was expensive, but it's lasted me like a good year already. And don't come at me because I know that you're supposed to replace your makeup, but it still works great. The formula is still good, and you know, not giving me any issues, and it just blends so good, you guys. Rare Beauty for sure is one of my favorite blushes. This one's in the shade Virtue. I got that set of 3 minis back in like Black Friday maybe, and my gosh, I love this shade. I feel like it's my perfect kind of like everyday. I am so glad that the blush trend came out in 2024 because y'all, we were looking pale. Like, I'm thinking of the 2016 makeup where it was just like no dimension. Girl, my mom used to hate on me for that. But now that we're all like blushy and like pinky and cutesy, I love it. I literally love it. Like, pitas bien bonitas. Like, look at that. I just feel like so cutesy. Amigas, what are some of your 2024 goals in relation to like beauty and makeup? Let me know in the comments because I feel like, you know, we can all inspire each other to be better, to do better. Maybe you're trying to learn a new skill. Maybe you're trying to learn how to do winged eyeliner. That was definitely my goal last year, and I definitely feel like I improved. But this year, it's definitely just to like perfect my everyday makeup and just love the way I do makeup. And then also I would love to learn eyeshadow because I'm not great at that and I usually skip it, not gonna lie. I'm also gonna do some contour. I've been using this Patrick Ta face one. I actually really love it. It was recommended to me in Sephora and I'm not great with bronzer, but this has been like great. I have it in the shade She's Bronzed, and it just has a cream and a powder, and I just think it's super easy to use. I use this e.l.f. brushy brush and I go tick tick. All right, another one of my favorite things is this Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. Big powder to set everything. I really love it. It's very weightless and it doesn't look like cakey or anything. And that was also recommended this in Sephora. It's way more affordable than like the MAC ones and stuff. I like to set my T-zone because although I love the dewy look, because my T-zone is very oily, it then gets just like super oily. So I like to set, I also like to set my eyebrows because I typically get like a glare right here, which sometimes I just don't want, you know. For sure set my under eye. Guys, I feel like another thing that I learned in 2024 was just to like really learn how to work in layers. Like, I think I realized that whenever makeup artists and stuff do makeup, it's not just like a one base, one set, one round. I feel like they really go back in and like, you know, clean up the contour, apply concealer if it got worn off, apply more blush, like just very much, you know, layers and layers. I think my face is good in terms of setting the foundation with powder. Now I'm gonna go in with the powders for my bronzer and for my blush and just set all of that in place. So first contour, boop, 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 boop. Just re-warm up the face. Boop, 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 boop. I'm using this e.l.f. quad for the longest time. One of them broke off, but I like it, and I'm not gonna purchase like a new palette just because I want something bougie, you know. Like, again, I'm working with what I have and this works great, so I'm just gonna keep using it, and I love that I have options. So this, and I'm just gonna set my blushy blush and the other side. I'm also gonna go back in with the contour powder. I'm gonna use a small little brush, myself a little fake nose job. I'm not the best at this, but you know, I just try to go in here. Now for browsies, I am going to go with my Maybelline Express Brow Pencil. I have a pretty light shade, but I'm just gonna fill in the sparse areas. Gonna define my brow a little bit more. Honestly, you guys, for like brows and mascaras, I feel like drugstore is the way to go. Like, I just don't feel like we should be spending more than 15 bucks on an eyebrow pencil or mascara, you know? I feel like drugstore works just as fine. I feel like maybe on foundation one should splurge, but not brows. Not a brow pencil. I guess I do say that from a position of like, I have brows already, so you know, that's just my take. And then I like to go with the Rare Beauty brow gel, and I just like to fluff up a bit, not too crazy, not too much. just a little fluff. Infallible 3-second setting mist. I feel like this is a dupe for the one size setting spray, and again, it's drugstore, so I will say these are basically glue, and like the chemicals in them are like intense, so just beware of that. If you have sensitive skin, you probably shouldn't use a setting spray like this intense. Just, you know, beware of your own skin. Otherwise, I use the airbrush from Charlotte Tilbury. I love her, although it is pricier. I feel like it's worth the money. So again, just know where to splurge, ladies. Now for my final and favorite part of makeup, which is eyelashes. Let me know what your favorite part of makeup is. Like, is it eyelashes, is it lip? What can you not live without? For me, it's eyelashes, because if not, I look like a boy. I'm using this eyelash curler from Mexico, Los del Mercado. I feel like they're the best ones ever. And I usually go with a combination of the L'Oreal Telescopic. Love her because of the wand is really small. And I use the waterproof one because my lashes are pretty heavy, so it's weighed down by like normal ones. Or I love using this 4-en-1 de Prosa from El Mercado. Today I'm going to use this one just because I don't really want the waterproof intensity today. But this one's like a fuller wand, a fuller feel. I have this fun little pitchfork that I like to run through my eyelashes. Whoop, and that just removes like all the clumps. These e.l.f. lip liners I feel like are so good. They're so creamy and the color payoff is really great. And so that's my liner. And I'm going to go in with the Say Glossy Bounce In Crush. And just gloss up my lids. Gloss is the biggest comeback of life. Like, I don't know what we would do without gloss. I love it personally. Now that that's all set, now I'm just going to recurl my lashes. Click and click. Hey you guys, this is my everyday makeup. This is the makeup that I loved in 2024 and then I'm continuing to use, and then I'm going to use till I use up. It wasn't that many products. I'll have a count on how many products I actually used, but this is just your reminder that you don't have to have 1,000 million options. You don't have to have every single makeup palette in the world. You don't have to have every foundation. I know social media makes it seem that way, but you don't. Your beautiful signature look, whatever that means to you, with a handful of items, and you don't need to spend all your money on that. So I'm here to de-influence you and going out and buying just new makeup all the time. Save your coin, girl. Be smart with your money. And yeah, I just wish you a very happy 2025. Let me actually take this off because I can't take myself serious. If you didn't see my last video, I got a haircut and bangs were involved, so ooh, now I look like a poodle. Yes. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe if you like it, and if you want to keep being friends and girly pops, I really appreciate you for being here, and I hope you have a lovely 2025. Adios.